Steve, you take a journey up to this stage for the 4th year in a row. When you started this journey for yourself, could you have even imagined this level of success?
I never could imagine winning one championship, to be honest with you.
How about this? Here's some history for you. Steve Torrence. The winless streak continues for Tony Schumacher while Steve Torrence becomes the 97th different Top Fuel race winner in history.
Steve Torrence is at the top end watching. The 54th season, Top Fuel has had a Clash champion. Will it be decided right here? Yes, it will. The 29th champion in the history of NHRA Mellow Yellow Top Fuel Racing is Brittany Force.
And Steve, in your own words, you annihilated this countdown. You are standing in front of a trophy that cancer can't take from you, that a heart attack can't take from you, that no other competitor can take from you.
And the parts, the resources, then the intangibles. Don't ever tell me that a driver in one of these machines is not capable of making a difference. We don't turn left to right. We don't have to turn left to right. We simply have to put our lives on the line and hard.
So Steve Torrence, as long as, like Tony said, as long as he does not cross the center line or hit a foam block, he will be the 2019 NHRA Top Fuel World Champion. Would be a back-to-back feat. They are pre-stage. Richie Crampton trying to knock him off for Doug Kalitta. A huge starting line advantage for Richie Crampton, and Steve Torrence loses the round but wins the war. The 2019 Top Fuel World Champion is Steve Torrence.
Cromwell hands the 2020 Camping World NHRA Champion Trophy to the 3-time champion, Steve Torrence. And as you make it up here, you told us in Houston that this is much more than just winning. In the year that you get married, the year you find out you're going to be a father, your friends and family are watching at the starting line, and Dom has already texted Bobby and said, "I love you."
Man.
What makes this one different?
Everything you just said. And, you know, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because I fall short a lot. And everybody sees it. And I get it. It ain't something I'm proud of.
E3 spark plugs lane for Kalitta, Toyota lane for Torrence, Milliken in the Pennzoil lane, and the Denso spark plugs lane for Antron Brown. Antron's out first. Milliken has cylinders out. Kalitta explodes, and it's Steve Torrence. 3.8.
Mom's birthday was your birthday yesterday. You told us at the top of the show that this one would feel different as a new father. Describe your emotions right now.
There's nothing better than being a dad. And happy birthday, Mom. And then Dom Lagana standing on the starting line with me. Shit, there's a lot of cool stuff that happened today. And taking my little girl home, her first Wally. Maybe she's lucky. Babe, I'm coming home. Charlie, I'm coming home. We got the Wally done. Thank you to all the Capco boys out there that keep us working. You boys been working in the mud to keep us out here. Redline Oil, thank you guys. Mac Tools. We had to work hard to get it done today, but we got it done, and I'm proud of it. Here comes my brother, AB. He texted me last night at 10 o'clock. I said, AB, you know I go to sleep early. And I sent him a text. I said, I'm going to see you in the final, brother.
Yeah, baby. Good job, brother.
Love you, brother.
Oh, against Matco. Here we go. Antron Brown drives away 3.752, 325 miles an hour. Steve Torrence goes 379 at 323 miles an hour. They are 3 thou apart in reaction time. That's a coin flip, and Antron Brown through the middle of the racetrack. You could see that thing when the Matco car made the move and put Don Schumacher Racing in the winner's circle.
All 4 cars in pre-stage. The final run of this 4-wide Nationals in Charlotte at ZMAX Dragway. Hart's a day late. They get to the finish line. It is going to be Steve Torrence winning again in four-wide competition. 371.6, 329 miles an hour, as Brittany Force was 47, second best on the tree. 372.3 and 333, a classic matchup of great drivers.
And Steve Torrence still celebrating. There's a little bit of trash talk up here, but you went over to Brittany. You said that was a great race.
Talking. No, I looked up there, and I told my guys, I said, I'm going to have to be 30 on the tree to get it. And so I rolled mine in a little bit, and Brittany's over there just flickering the bulb, and I'm like, don't look, don't look, don't look. I mean, because that'll distract you. And I mean, I don't know what we did, what we ran, whatever. I saw that light flashing. I thought, I think we won, but Brittany's came on. Maybe she won. Hell, I don't know. So you round the corner, and you say, all the way to the right means you won. So good job. Good job to the Capco boys.
Performance advantage coming in goes to Torrence. Remember, Doug Scarp blew up last round. And it smokes the tires immediately off the starting line. Torrence has problems. The engine has expired, but it will carry him across the finish line first. 4.001 seconds at 260 miles an hour. Steve Torrence wins the Spring Nationals, wins at Houston for the first time, and picks up another win on the 2021 season. Brittany Force is looking to do what Cruz Pedregon just did, pick up her first win in years. Steve Torrence is looking to pick up his first win in weeks. As Dom Lagana looking on, the entire family locked and loaded. Top Fuel final round in Norwalk, battling through the weather. Steve Torrence is out first. What a drag race. It's Steve Torrence on a hole shot. 373.6 beats a 373.0, and they always rise to meet each other. Torrence this time 58 on the tree. Brittany was okay at 78, but okay doesn't get it done against that team.
Well, we just witnessed another tremendous race. Two exceptionally good drivers that really worked through some pretty tough competition, some tough terrain to get here. But Steve Torrence is money on the starting line. You can always count on him.
Cylinders out for Joey Haas, and Steve Torrence streaks to a win. 3.860 seconds at 320.36 miles an hour. Joey Haas 4.14.2 at 262. The cylinders misfiring, but the engine ultimately holding together.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, complete respect to the whole Titan team. Joey Haas, that young man right there, you know, some days you're lucky, some days you're good, but that guy right there, he made it no matter how they got there, because you got to turn it around every round and get back up here, and they done it. Man, he went up there like a pro, and proud of him. Never met the young man till today, but a lot of respect for him, and I hope I get to race him a lot more.
Steve Torrence unbelievably late, and at the finish line it will still be Steve Torrence. 375.7, 327.98 miles an hour. Leah Pruitt was right there with him the whole time, going 376.8 at 323. Uncharacteristic reaction time from Steve, but he had enough horse underneath him.
Gets the medal around his neck. The Wally is going to go in his hand. And Steve, on paper, Leah Pruitt pretty much dominated the day against you until right this moment. What was it in the final that you needed to win here?
Man, I tell you what, the good Lord was looking after my butt up there, because I went up there and I was a little antsy on the tree. I knew it was going to come down to that. I don't even know what the race was. Started at a double step and just got away with it. These Capco boys are unbelievable.
The Top Fuel final round in Brainerd, Minnesota. They leave evenly. Man, they're even down the racetrack, but it's going to be at the final. Steve Torrence, 371.2 beats a 372.9. Another 372 for Clay Milligan, but this time the 372 wasn't enough to finish off Steve Torrence, and he's done it. He's now won at every NHRA national event track.
With a Wally now in hand from every single track on the NHRA Tour, Steve Torrence, what will you look back on and remember about today?
That I did everything possible to screw it up all the way to the final, and I finally got my head out of my butt and drove my race car, because that was a heck of a race against Clay, and those guys are coming on strong right now. Couldn't be more proud of that team. But these Capco boys, they continue to just save me when I need it. I help them when they need it, and we're at the front and we're staying there. It's just a blessing to be here. I mean, the good Lord looks after us and blesses us tremendously, and to have this opportunity is truly special, and to say that I've won every race on the circuit. I mean, I just remember dreaming of winning one race, and to be here and have the accomplishments that we have is nothing short in the glory of God, and the Capco boys and my mom and dad supporting us, my wife and my little girl Charlie. I think she's my good luck charm, but now I'm fixing to go over and tackle this hillbilly.
Brittany smokes the tires and gets sideways, and Steve Torrence has won the U.S. Nationals again. 374.9, 324 miles an hour, 0.75 reaction time. The anger on David Grubnick's face and the frustration comes through. It is a tough moment for that team, but what can we say about the class of the Top Fuel field? His 47th career victory.
The Wally to Steve Torrence. And Steve, we've been talking all day of just the legends that come to this place, and when you are making your stamp on your history in the NHRA, why are these wins so important right at this race?
Every one of these wins are important, but this is Indy. This is the U.S. Nationals. It's the biggest race. Everybody dreams of coming and winning Indy, and to have the opportunity to do it, to have these Capco boys behind me, to give me the car that they've given me all day. Respect for Grubnick, respect for Brittany, because they're bad dudes over there. Bad women too. But thank you for Capco contractors. Thank you guys for working so hard to keep us out here.
The car, it was the ability of the driver. Both of those have gone by the wayside. Mike Salinas on this day to this point has been great.
Mike Salinas 0-11, but he's up at the center line. Wow, it's going to be Steve Torrence. 373.6 at 328 miles an hour. Mike Salinas has had the greatest single day of driving in his Top Fuel career today, but it is all for naught in the final round. The 0-11 reaction time was good, but Steve Torrence ran him down.
It was a 1:42 light for Steve Torrence. That's what you're asking about. He had you at the tree, but you got the win light. How important is this in terms of the championship?
Man, I'll tell you what, you better be lucky than good any day, and I just got lucky today. I don't know what happened. You know, I went up there and went in and just had a brain fade, obviously, and then I'm driving down through there, and you just got to stick with it and say, hey, something happens, and I see him coming towards the center line, and then the car shuts off, so I don't know. Good job to these Capco boys. Thanks for saving my butt in the final.
Comes in different shapes and forms today. It's with the sharpshooter.
They leave identically, 35 and 35 at the stripe. It's Ashley by 56 10,000ths. He outran him. 375.9 at 326. What a tremendous finish. 376.4, 321. Mike Salinas won that race. Steve Torrence probably still hasn't forgotten it. The Top Fuel final round at the Thunder Valley Nationals. Let's finish this one with a bang. And we do finish it with a bang as Mike Salinas' car knocks the blower off at the top end of the racetrack. He picks up his first win since Bristol 2019. 385.4, 245. You can't script it. You just can't even script it.
Of his competitors, regardless of what happens here. But one thing about Steve Torrence, this is a very accomplished, a very motivated, a pretty wicked driver, and it's because he has gone through what he has. I mean, forget about the 3 championships, the 3 consecutive years. Prior to that, he went through a lot mentally, and that is what has made him the driver he is today.
Mike Salinas, 55. Torrence was 45, and the champion reigns supreme in Vegas. 371.7, 329.5 miles an hour. Salinas goes 373.7 and 314. From beginning to end, this race has delivered. The machine on the opposite side, the max mileage fuel-borne additive by Pittsburgh Power, tuned by Scott Graham. Welch made a career best run as far as speed went last night, his fastest run ever, over 300 miles an hour. For Steve Torrence and his Capco team, they are poised to get another one. Here we go. Straight and true to the finish line stripe, the Kilgore Express has done it again. A 4th consecutive Top Fuel World Championship for a team now that has been nothing less than the gold standard in professional drag racing for almost half a decade.
Bobby, I can see the emotion in your eyes, man. What does it mean to you to be a 4-time Top Fuel World Championship team?
You see us shaking and, life, a lot of crazy things, and just glad to have my brother and Mama Kay and Billy. Steve's like a brother to us, and all the guys in the team, we love each other. Things are going to change. Life changes, but, Nitro Ninja rule number 4 is treasure your family and your friends. And that's about all I can say. Hoagie, I love you, man. God bless America.
An old proverb says it's better be the head of a chicken than the tail of a powerful ox. And Antron's going to live that life starting next year. Steve Torrence, that is one powerful ox. Here we go.
Brown's out on him. Cylinders out for Brown. Cylinders out for Torrence, and it's Steve Torrence. Of course it is. 3:75.9, 3:17 beats Antron Brown's 3:803 at 3:12.21. A classic way to finish this season.
All them people that said we couldn't do it, hell, we're here. I don't know how we got here, but the good Lord said we was going.
Well, Steve, before you win another trophy today, there is one trophy that is yours.